I'm waiting for that. I'm not doing anything until I see this. It's actually conducting an orchestra.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're live.
We're live. Good morning. Welcome to Natasha Makes. I'm not making anything today. Lovely Jane is. Hello, Jane.
Good morning.
Looking radiant.
Thank you.
Radiant, my darling. What can I say?
You're welcome. Go on, Gemma.
Oh, it's going to make us sing. Hang on. She's holding it in. She looks like she's going to explode in the corner there. Yes. For any of you that do not have children or grandchildren, that might not have made any sense. But for the rest of us that work with Gemma, yeah.
We sing it regularly.
Moana,
really.
you're welcome. Yes. So good morning. I'm just going to see if I can find us and say hello to everybody.
That's a nice idea.
This is absolutely stunning.
It's a
What is
really
it? Where did it come from?
Panel. It's a lovely. There's two panels. One with the small squares and then the big one. We've used one of the patterns that's available on the website, and then I just did a little border, which I'll show you how to do on that one, just to make a simple put it together. So
we have bundled this one, and
yes.
we will print off the free pattern. We're not charging you for the pattern because it's not ours to charge for, and it's a free one. We will pop that in for free in with you, with it.
Not with me.
No, not with you. Jane does not come with it.
That would be amazing.
That would be amazing. How much would you pay for that?
Oh, that would be a lot.
Oh.
Glenn might say
UFOs.
Yeah.
Glenn might say you could have me for free, but there you go.
Wow, how very rude. How very rude. Should we see Rona's here? Good morning, Pauline and Pam. Let me just get rid of my captions. Morning Dawn and morning Elizabeth. She's early this morning, Elizabeth. Not poppy watching this morning. Morning Jenny, morning Jan, morning Debbie. And as people join us, so here's the thing, Jane. Yesterday we did a sale show.
Yes,
we don't often do them.
No, we don't.
We don't. And there was quite a lot going on.
Yeah, there was lots of goodies.
Yeah, which meant obviously I forgot stuff.
Yeah, well, it happens.
Half a shelf. So, whilst we wait for everyone to join us, I'm just going to possibly recap on the things that I forgot. The sales stuff is still live, by the way. What's left of it, you had a blinking good rummage. Good on you. That's what it's there for, right?
Yeah, exactly.
The
half metre.
Yeah. So, what I forgot to show you yesterday is, it's only 4 little things. But, do you remember a little while ago, we did... In fact, must be over a year ago now.
Yes, it was sort of a Christmassy one, wasn't it?
It was the Tracy, it's when we first introduced you to the Quilters Grid.
Yeah.
Because lovely Tracy Perks makes fabulous patterns for us. And
they're
like 2 inch or 2.5 inch squares, aren't they? And this was her stag one. Which we had some of the Lewis and Irene stag fabric left, and we put some kits together. I found 2.
Oh, amazing.
I found 2, so you could make that. Grab Tracy's pattern, or if you just want the Lewis and Irene stag fabrics, because they flew.
Yeah, because you've got a long quarter bundle, haven't you, with all the beautiful fabrics. And then
let's finish that
3/4 of a metre, I think, of the bumbleberries that make the stag head. I think in this one the bumbleberries is in 2 pieces, but that doesn't matter because you cut it up into squares anyway.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you would like that bundle, Gemma's taken a, bit off it. She got excited with all that.
Yeah, she liked that.
I know. It's like she was personally shopping for herself, going, if it were me, how much would I want to pay? Oh, whoops.
Yes, I'll take that much
Don't
off
think
that
I
one.
don't know, Gemma.
Everyone loves me now, though.
Yeah, they do. I know. Wow. It's like how to be the most popular kid in school, isn't it? I ran the tuck shop.
Yeah, always works.
Yeah, that works. All the stuff. Well, apart from I ate most of it, but it did not work for my hips. Now. In this was the very last of the Lewis and Irene bookworm collection. You've got 4 fat quarters, and with this you've got the book cushion instructions. So you've got way more than you need. You've actually got a fat quarter more than you need here. Lovely. So you could bind. You've got 2 meters of pre-made bias binding here as well. So basically you've got a 4 fat quarter bundle. You don't need to do this. This is coming in for free. but you've got your bind. So you could make yourself a nice little quilt, should you
Yes,
wish.
You could. Lovely.
Or you could make yourself... Why are you grinning to yourself, Gemma?
Because a lovely Kate Fenton who's commented saying, I get Jane for free.
Ah, that's because you made Jane. And if you made Jane, you get Jane for free.
Mummy
But-
Jane.
Yes. Mummy Jane. So I've got 2 of those. Did you take like £7 off that or something ridiculous, Gemma? You did, didn't you? She did.
Oh,
She
good
blinking
fun.
did.
It's amazing.
We
Now-
called it Christmas in July. I love Christmas and I'm very generous
Yeah.
with your stuff.
With my
With other
stuff, yeah.
people's stuff.
With
yeah.
other people's stuff, she's incredibly generous. Now, this is the other book kit we've got. We've called it green because it's got the green bias binding, which picks up the green on the books
Lovely.
and the green in the book. But this one is slightly different because you get some lavender with this to make the lavender ravioli, which is also featured in the book cushion kit.
Lovely. Nice.
But for some reason, the grey ones didn't have the lavender in. So if you're going for the green ones, you're getting lavender. If you're going for the grey, you're not. Soz about that. But until I can get some more lavender... Oh, yeah, it's sorted. There you go, sorted. So if you've got grandkids, get one with green and one with grey. And you're laughing, right? And then share the lavender ravioli. Share that lavender love.
That's lovely.
Well, actually, you've got a fat quarter to make your ravioli with, haven't you?
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Perfect. Now, the other thing to show you is this. We've written Sand Monkey on here. Basically, this was a kit for you to make the Tilda monkeys. We don't have the pattern. They are in her various kits, in her various books and whatnot.
Yeah.
Or you might have had I had a Tilda monkey kit. That was how I started out, because the Tilda monkey was the second Tilda toy I ever made.
Yes.
The snail being the first. But I just think he's rather lovely in the sand colour. This is his face, and this is the fusible web that you use to fuse his face on, and then you satin stitch around his face. We have made the monkey many, many, many times. And we've shown how to do the face as well.
Yes.
Many, 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 many times. In fact, I've got a half-made monkey in the drawer behind us that I must get around to finishing. The Tilda monkey is one of my daughter's favourites of all time. And because...
he's lovely because he's very squidgy, isn't he?
Yeah.
And he's-
Yeah. We can't take any more off that than we have. I think it's down to like $9.99.
Well, that's amazing for Tilda fabrics,
Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
And your fusible web
yeah.
and everything else.
Yeah. Because
So-
the plain in there is a Tilda plain as well, isn't it? It's not
Yeah.
one of ours, so it's all Tilda fabric.
Oh,
yeah.
no, it's all Tilda fabric. And
Yeah.
you've got your a whole packet of fusible web.
There's a whole metre in there, isn't there?
Yeah. Just saying. Like, you know. Right. Can I put those up there, Jane?
Yeah.
And then whoever wants them can grab them. I'm going to let you explain about the fabrics. I'm
Yes.
going to do Half Meat Heavens and then skiddly-addle out your way.
Okie dokie.
Right. Morning, Susan. See you, see. And Adam, morning. And Jan and Bridget and Julie, good morning. And Lula and Grace, good morning. And Yvonne and Denise and Dawn and Grace and Wendy, good morning. And Kirsty, first live watch in ages. Been away on a lovely holiday to celebrate my 50th and our 25th wedding anniversary this year. Wow, they're some milestones, aren't they?
Yes.
And for a number geek like me, the fact that the 50 and the 25, that's quite satisfying.
Yes. This makes a nice round. Yeah.
You know,
It
I was
fits
watching
together.
a show on Escher last night, if we're talking about satisfying maths. Oh my goodness, where maths meet art. It's
Yes.
just incredible. And he tortured himself for the fact that he wasn't clever enough to be a scientist or a mathematician, but nobody understood his art. It's like, my God, the man's a genius.
I know, he was
An
amazing.
Absolute genius. And it was like, it was like his autobiography was being sort of read over the top of his artwork. It was amazing. If you get a chance to go back and have a look at it, please do. I mean, maths and art meeting for me is just
Well,
a bit of
that's
a
you
beautiful
perfect,
thing.
isn't
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah. But it was just, it was really beautiful, and just seeing how his mind worked. And he was saying that as a child he used to do connective games, and one was like, how could he make an S meet a dog's tail? So you go, well, S is for sky Sky is above a garden, and in the garden there's the house, and in the house is the dog, and then the dog has a tail.
Yes.
And how we would join those things. It was fascinating.
Yes.
Just an insight into how other people's brains work.
Fascinating.
My cup runneth over. And then I fell asleep. I didn't show the sharps either. Seam rippers and snips. I've got any of those left? I didn't buy them all, honest. Elizabeth, what did I not show? Was it the easy snips?
I think this is SJ's secret deals that we...
Oh, these were the Friday deals, Elizabeth, that we weren't meant to tell anyone about. But as you mention it, yeah, I will just mention, because we...
Newsletter exclusives.
Newsletter exclusives there. Which SJ's not in the office today, so she can't shout at me from here.
We can hear her if we listen carefully. She's going,
No, don't do it. And also because she knows I will tell the story. I'm going to, on the Friday deal, put on a... What's that, Gemma?
Oh, bless her. That's so true. She is our office child.
She is our office child. Bear in mind that she's about to be a married woman, but she's still our office child.
She is.
Even though we now have an 18-year-old who we don't call our office child,
No.
it's still SJ is our office child. Bless her. We've got a few of these EZ snips. Sorry, what, SJ? Yeah, you know, some of those EZ snips.
Bless her.
Do you think you might mean easy snips? No, but it's a Z. Yeah, in America it's a Z. Easy snip. Oh.
We had this conversation, didn't we, about Z and Z with the nursery book
We
with the
did.
rhyme.
We did, and these are they. So these are your EZ snips. These are brilliant.
They're
Gemma
lovely.
keeps them in her handbag.
Seriously,
Are you meant
right,
to?
hang
Is
on.
that legal? Are you allowed to keep sharp
going
stuff
to
in your
prove
handbag?
this.
She's going to prove
Oh,
it.
here
Oh
we
my
are,
goodness.
now.
Hello. Come
Let
on,
me
she's
stand
coming
back.
in.
No, look, no. I was going to overheads. I didn't need to be seen. Right, hang on.
Sorry,
this is
you've got
the
your face
handbag
on. The handbag.
that,
This is
John
the handbag that
Cornwall
there
used
John
to
Corn
bin.
Morgan did use as a bin. There they are.
There
Yeah.
we are.
With the very essential when you're a middle-aged woman.
Oh, where do they come from?
I don't
And
know.
how do they grow like 2 inches overnight?
Literally, they're not there one day and the next. We
Yeah.
were talking about this.
Yes, we were.
There we go.
You can't snip them off with that. But
No, maybe not recommended with the easy
don't
snips.
EZ snips. Get it right. We love you, SJ. Oh, you make us laugh. Yeah, these are fabulous, and we all have these, don't we? Everywhere,
Yeah.
and they are just so easy for just snipping snuff off.
Snipping
And
their threads. Having
EZ,
them in your
they're
bag.
so EZ to
They are.
use.
They're easy to use.
We got a few. They're massively discounted. What were the other things then? What else did we put on?
Friday.
The seam ripper. Was it this seam ripper? Was it my favourite seam ripper? This one.
I've put it there.
But what? Where?
I've put it in the collection.
Oh, not in my hand.
Instead of £8, £4.99.
This?
Yeah.
Oh, don't give these away.
That's madness.
I love these. I love these. Who said to me the other day,
For long.
they're actually a blade? They went, oh my goodness, they're actually a blade. Yes, they are, which is why it works. And incredibly, incredibly pointy and sharp at the end. I can't use any others now. They all feel blunt compared to
Yeah,
this.
they really work really well, don't
Yeah.
You tickle the stitches.
they? Yeah.
And it just gone.
Like magic.
And you get a spare blade with them as well, don't you?
You do get. I can't find mine. Don't know what I've done with it. Put yours in a safe space. Not like me. He's gone. What have I done with it? Is it in my Hochanda box? I'm going to treat myself to another one of those. I think. Love it. Morning, Francis. Did I say that already? I don't know. Can't know. Don't know. Morning, Vicky. Morning, Sylv. Morning, Julie. Apologies for my tardiness. Oh, Julia. Got involved looking at embroidery patterns.
Oh,
I mean, it happens.
that's a wormhole that you fall down, isn't it?
Yeah.
One forever.
SJ says, I'm never going to live this down, am I? No. I would love to pretend otherwise, but no. No. We all have that thing. And I'm going to tell you mine, because a little while ago, Gemma was going through re-enlivening some products.
Yes.
And she just happened to read through some of the copy. Look at her, she's already laughing
Yeah.
in the corner. And at the end of it, and I maintain it must have been spell check
Yes,
that changed it.
I'm convinced it was.
Yeah. Instead of saying, et voila, it had changed it and no one had noticed to Viola. So now, whenever I make anything and go, what do you think? Gemma just goes, Viola. we've all got our thing.
Turn it through Viola.
Viola! And that's it. Generally, for Jane, Gemma will swear at her computer and go, "Not you, Jane." So we're going to get a top that
Yes,
all of us are going to have
that's
tops that
to
just
say,
say, "Not you, Jane." Oh, we didn't mention these. These are at a cracking price too. Love these. How do we have any of these left? These are quilt kits as well. These are Moda Bella solid quilt kits. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. A raccoon or a fox. Gemma, have you got the fox yet?
This is the problem I really want.
Well, you need it for your
I've
caravan.
25%ed off them as well.
Did you?
Yeah. I might have to take one down. Should I
Take one, yeah, because you've got that fox fabric in your caravan. You're going to need one for the caravan, for Errol. He needs a fox.
I know.
What are you doing?
I know.
Have a word with yourself, love. Come on.
They're a nice size as well.
A Viola.
Gorgeous.
It's
36 by 44, so it's sort of a, you know, a nice hanging size over the back of a sofa chair.
gone. Anybody else thinking Cyril Snape?
Cyril
Cyril Sneer. Cyril Sneer, that's it.
raccoons.
The raccoons. I love that. Where did they go?
I
What a
love the
great
song.
show.
We'll sing the song afterwards.
I can't remember the song. How did the song go?
Run with us. Run with us. You don't remember?
Oh, well, I will as soon as you start singing it.
After the show, it's going on full volume. And you will sing it until you remember it.
One, two. See what I have to put up with here?
I love raccoons. I love them because they've got like hands, haven't they? And they,
Yes, they do. They're very, very sweet.
yes.
Do they actually have opposable thumbs?
I don't think they do.
Just the fingers?
Just their fingers, but they're very
Dexterous.
good with their dexterous, and they're very good at opening things, which is why they're such a pain, because they can open bins and stuff and empty things all over people's gardens.
Oh.
But they are cute.
Morning, Hilary. What were we talking about? What was it? Oh. Okay, Vicky. No, I will. Well, we'll sort that then. Right.
That was a cryptic.
I know. I know. What can I say? Yeah, just sneaky, McSneakerson. Oh, Gemma's found a picture of a raccoon. The raccoon does not have opposable thumbs, and in fact, their front paws do not look human or even primate. They are similar in shape to a weasel or ferret. Well, that's ruined it.
Sols. But before Margaret had the opportunity, you know.
Well, how do you know? You can weaselly tell because they're totally different.
Oh.
Have me heavens.
Oh dear.
Yeah. What we have to put up with.
Make myself laugh because nobody else does. It's fine. Dina Designs.
We love Dina Designs.
This sold out and I didn't notice. I've got a couple
Beautiful.
more left.
It's a gorgeous one with the peacocks.
Isn't it? And it's
But
got
do you know what I love most about it?
the ladybugs.
Yeah, there's little
There's
tiny
little
ladybirds in it.
There are. And do you know what I never noticed? And we've sold this fabric before.
Mm.
The butterflies.
Yes.
Did you ever notice the butterflies?
Just as you were saying it, I thought, oh, there's butterflies there as well.
I never notice it. This is one of those beautiful fabrics that you look at and you see something different in all the time. And it's from the Ladybird collection. I believe it's called something like Peacock. From the Ladybird collection. Dina Designs is one of my favourite. Oh, look at it. Favourite.
Yeah, we like her
It's just really
artistry,
pretty.
don't we?
Yeah. And it's. I want to say naive. Is that the right word for
Yeah, I
it?
think
That
so.
sort of
Sketchy,
feel.
isn't it? It's got a bit of,
Watery colouriness about
Yeah.
it. And then this is your scenic, which is from the same collection. Got various little animals, your peacocks again, and your what's that called? A
pagoda.
pagoda. I was thinking flamboda for some reason, which isn't even a word.
And a ladybird.
And a ladybug. Now we've done that thing, Jane.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, this is cyan and this is chartreuse. Oh, hang on a minute. You know that there John Carl Morgan, and we like to salvage.
Yeah. Oh, it's all ladybirds.
Look at the bugs. Oh, John, you need this just for the salvage. Just saying.
Oh, yes.
Oh, no, there again. Love it.
Nice.
Just love it. I want all the things in all the world out of this. And also, these two fabrics work beautifully. We could have done that with that and it would have worked. We could have done that with that and it would have worked. But if you're buying both together, happy days, you get the best of both worlds. Do you not, Jane?
Absolutely, yes. And
Yes.
you could make a really pretty quilt with that.
Yes. It'd be rude not to.
Margaret's arrived.
Morning, Margaret.
She says sorry she's late.
Yeah, she was busy looking up opposable thumbs on
No, she's now
raccoons.
wishing she'd been later after the Weasley tale totally different.
Yes.
Wow, what can I say? That was for free, Margaret. Petunia, Garden Life, Tilda,
Nice.
beautiful.
With a bit of, is that just pink or is that fuchsia?
Fuchsia, because I still can't spell it.
No, it's one of those words, isn't it? You don't know whether the S or the C.
Yeah, and then Inga always says, it's spelt, which I can't say, sure. And I'm like, is it?
Yeah.
Is it? Gosh. Now, we have got one of these.
Look at
Oh,
that.
now this is on a special price, okay, because if I did this at $9.99, well, I may as well have given it to you. But this is the Tim Holtz. Now, bear in mind, this is digitally printed.
Yes.
So this isn't a screen printed. So the cost of digital printing is always more on a fabric, just because
Absolutely,
it is.
yes.
But, can we just have a moment to go, how beautiful is that with that? We couldn't put it with anything else. And we
No.
went through all the fabrics and decided that this was our favourite with it.
Yeah.
And there's only one of it. Gem, is this going out at $11.99? $12.99.
That is a
Yeah,
bargain.
because the
Well, it's
the
double
blender
designer. Look at
is
that DD.
Is more than the price of the designer.
Yeah, that's
Two
crazy, isn't
designer
it?
fabrics, isn't it, really?
Now Vicky's doing over it. There's only one Vic.
There's only one. Fastest finger first. At midnight.
Says, mine.
At midnight.
You'll have to stay up.
You will. It's all right. Well, Vicky works with different time zones, doesn't she? People in different time zones. So she'll probably be speaking to Canada and go, oh, yeah, I'll just have a bit of that.
Oh, nice.
Thank you very much.
Comes in handy.
Morris and me. Brown with bamboo.
Nice.
I heart this very, very
Beautiful.
much.
Is that the one you made your...
Yeah, Gemma, could you just pass me the gin bottle, please? It's a bit early.
Where?
It's just behind you. It's
Behind
behind you. Oh, God. You can tell that none of us have slept much, can't you? Yes. And so just to show you what I do with it, I drink gin and then I use it as an excuse to make beautiful lampshades.
Pop the tip and-
And I'm not gonna apologise for the fact that would also look rather fabulous with your gin bottle.
It would.
Yes.
You can get so many beautiful bottles now, can't you?
Oh, you
Not just
can.
with gin, but other spirits as well. And the bottles, sometimes you just want to buy the drink just because you can have the bottle.
I mean, yes. And the drink is just a,
I'm not
happy
actually very
accident.
keen on gin, but I do like the bottles.
No, gorgeous. So, that's just as well because we nearly bought you gin for your birthday. Yeah, but Gemma said, I have a feeling she didn't like gin. But there we go. So that's what I did with it. And I think it's really, really lovely is my personal opinion on that. And then I also...
Oh, this is my favourite version of it.
Well, yeah, so for the boyfriend, I might have made him a lamp thingy for that because that's all of his colours in his
Oh, lovely.
sitting room. So he's got a lamp with that on. And I found off that their face bay a porcelain base
Oh, nice.
that I managed to pick up for £5.
Lovely.
Like, let's not, treat them too good, right?
No.
No, Gemma's like, no, don't do that. And this was just with the khaki because it works. It's not the actual colour of that, but it's the blend of the two together.
Yeah, it's a nice blender. It looks lovely together.
I heart that
Yes,
also
that's my favourite.
very much. Now, I went a bit out there with this one, and I'm not going to apologise because it's your William Morris. But look how beautifully it goes with the paprika,
Magical.
isn't it?
Yeah, it really enhances the birds, doesn't it?
And all of the strawberry thieves, the strawberries that they are thieving.
Absolutely.
So, sorry, not sorry. Perfect. Aqua and orange is a really weird combination that sort of works for me.
Yeah.
Love it. I've got one of these, Jane.
Oh,
A lonely one. This is your Tilda scallop shell in coral, and I've whacked it with crimson because there's crimson in there.
works beautifully.
Done.
That would make a nice beach bag, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it? Yes. I've only got one of these, Jem and Jane. I found it lurking in the corner.
Love a bit of brassica.
But look at the look at the brassica on that.
with the pink. Is it bright pink or is it
No, it's raspberry. It's raspberry, and it would be rude not to. One, Jane, one. I don't even know why I have one left, but it was lurking, so I whacked it in there. I've got 2 of these. God, really scraping the barrel, aren't I, with 1s and 2s?
Well,
But,
we're
you
having
know.
a really good sort out, aren't we?
They are poplar ones, and that's with amethyst.
That's so pretty.
Heart, 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 all over the place.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a beach bag for all the time, not just for the beach.
That's everything. Do you know what? I use those beach bags all the time.
They're a really good bag, aren't they?
They are
actually?
so
Really
handy. And just to have them, and like if I'm feeling a bit smart, then I use my William Morris one. And if I'm out with the kids, then I use some of my Cave Fun ones.
Yeah. Goes with
Great.
everything.
And I can fit so much in them. And my hands don't hurt because of the padded handles.
Yeah.
It's just going like that, which is weird. This is your Hocker Size Mums in Hot with Sapphire. Again.
It just pops the blues in there
Yes, it does.
and brightens the pinks, which is beautiful.
I've got 7 of those, and that's it done. Gone.
Amazing.
Where have you been? Beautiful. Beautiful. They are our half metre heavens. And Jane, I'm now going to hand over to you to show us other rather beautiful things.
Gemma needs these, I think. I think she's got to live with them. I'm just going to pass them over to Gems.
Go on then.
Gemma, darling.
And I'm going to show you this, which is available cut to order, because the other one we've only got 2 units of. But look at this. Oh,
This is
Jane,
so cute.
is this what you fell in love with?
Yes.
Is it?
It was the delivery came into the office because normally it comes through the delivery doors at the
Yeah.
back of the warehouse.
But occasionally we have delivery men that
Can't read the sign and go
Yeah.
through the front and dump it in
Yeah.
the office.
Yeah, that.
And I came through into the office and I went, oh, look at this fabric!
There was a squeal.
There was
we'll
a
be
squeal,
honest.
because look at that. It's got the sunshines and the moons, and then there's little astronaut animals. There's a lion there, and a rabbit, and a bear.
There are only things to
monkey.
love on this.
And even a tortoise with a space helmet on. It's really sweet. Really is lovely. It's from PB Studios, isn't it? PB Studios. Starbrite, the collection, and we've called it Animal Astronauts, haven't we, Gemma? Because it didn't have a name, it just had a code number. We were like, how rude.
It's designed by a British designer.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, British designer. Jennifer Ellery.
Oh, lovely. I use this with the large panel, and you would need, because it's directional, you'd need 1.5 meters, just because the panel is 44 wide, so you just need that bit more.
Show us, Jane, show us.
So this is the panel, the large panel here. So this is the large panel that I used, and I just put a border strip down the sides, but there's nothing to stop you putting it all the way round. And if you had a metre piece, 1.5 meters, which is what you'd need, you'd be able to put a top and bottom border on that as well.
Nice.
I used it for the binding, but you could use a plain for the binding if you'd rather. So yeah, that's the one I used with the large panel.
Love it.
I'm going to show you how to do this little border on here. It's quite simple. Put it in the right way. There we go. So that's gorgeous fabric. So we've got that available by the 1/2 metre. The other fabric, we've only got a couple of units left because all the rest has gone into the kits. And
Do you
I'll
want to
the
just show
kits.
it? Let's just have a little looky at that
This
one.
is the large quilt, and as Natasha said, we'll give you the pattern that's free on their website. We'll print that off and put that in free to the kit. So you get a panel which has got the little squares on, and you get 8 squares in the panel.
And they're
So this
rather
is the panel.
gorgeous.
And it's a repeat of 3 designs. So you've got the balloon, Let the Adventure Begin, which is like a small version of the large panel. And you've got the little bear sitting on the cloud with the rainbow, my little star. And then you've got the bear, and I think it's a squirrel actually. It's a rabbit and a squirrel sitting in the moon.
Love that.
And You Were My Universe. They're just really lovely. And all the planets have got little faces.
Oh,
They're
come
sweet.
on.
They're really lovely. So that's the panel, 8 squares on there. And you need one of these panels for the quilt kit. It uses all 8 squares on that, on the pattern. So Starbrite it's called. So you've got the small panel with, have we just put it small and large panel on the
You have squares panel.
squares?
Squares.
Yeah.
So yeah, animal blocks, I should say.
Animal blocks.
Animal blocks, and then I think it's large. Oh, let adventure begin. Full crib panel.
So that's how you tell the difference. Now I snuck a little bit of Kaif in this for the borders because I just liked how the jumble worked with it for going around. If we go onto the back main picture, just around the edge of the square panel, just to frame it. Just thought it was soft enough not to distract from the rest of the fabric, but gave it a nice framing.
Perfect.
So that's a little bit of Kaif jumble in that kit.
Nice.
And then we've got our plains, which I felt went with the colourways in the panel.
Oh, these are a bit gorgeous.
So we've got our navy, which is the main colour. Now, I've put 1.5 meters in the kit because I used the navy for the binding. In the pattern, it would be this colour for the binding, which would look lovely, but I preferred the navy. So you've actually got a little bit of extra fabric. So you'll have the choice then, whether you want to use, it's our ice green. It's very difficult to say ice green because you want to say ice cream, and it's
You scream, we all scream for ice cream.
So that's the ice green, and then the navy. So you can decide which you would like to have for your binding. Because I chose to navy because I felt I didn't want it to distract from the full quilt. But you can decide. There's enough fabric, and then there's our lemon for the stars. And then I can't remember what this fabric's called. It's
gorgeous.
Well, apart from the fact it's gorgeous, it's planets and star systems. It's the other.
That one's solar system.
Solar system.
Yes.
And that's lovely. Look at that. So that is the fabrics that's used in the borders around the strips and stars. So you've got 1 meter of that in your kit. And I have to say that's a little bit more than you actually need, so you will have a little bit left over. You would probably have enough fabric left over to make a little cushion to go with the quilt, I would say, if you did the star block. So that's the kit for, we're calling it the Starbrite quilt, is it? That's what we called it?
The double star quilt.
Double star quilt.
And there
you will get the pattern with that. We'll just print it off and
this is the Natasha sized one. So if we just point the big one on the right hand side.
The big one with the stars.
Yeah.
Is the Natasha sized one.
Yeah.
So that's the kit for that one, and I'm going to show you how to make the stars in a moment. The star blocks in that. Then you've got your panel, which is available separately, which is the one that's behind me. Let the adventure begin. This is beautiful again. And you can have really good fun quilting this because there's lots of areas to quilt and have fun with. You could even do a little bit of like sashiko style around the stars there, covering those. It's just really lovely, isn't it? And I think it's a nice unisex style panel, really. You know, it's navy blue, but I think it would go in any nursery, really. It's so lovely with the giraffe. And then we've put together a complementary bundle where I sort of took the colours from here, from our plains. So we've got Buttercup.
I love Buttercup, it's so soft.
It's such a lovely yellow, and if you look, it blends beautifully with the giraffe and the sunshine on there. Then we've got the peach.
Can we call the giraffe Buttercup?
We could.
I know it's normally a cow's name, but I'd like to do
We've got the peach, which goes beautifully with the planets.
Peachy planets.
Peachy planets. And then this is spearmint.
I don't think we use that enough.
No, it's a lovely colour. It's sort of, it sits between ice green and minty colour.
You scream, we all scream for ice cream. Yes.
And this is aqua.
Gorgeous.
Now, I don't know if you can see the bunting that's coming out of the basket there, but I sort of matched the colours to the bunting.
It's just all perfect, Jane.
Yeah. And then you've got a navy as well. Now we're doing those in long quarter bundles, but if you, because we haven't pre-cut them yet, if you wanted 0.5 meters, if you order 2 bundles, we'll cut it continuously.
And that is how we work.
Yeah.
If it's just be aware that if you order pre-cut fabric, you just can't return it because we cut it for you.
Yes, it's been cut specially, so
Not that we have many returns,
No,
but just
we
occasionally, you know, people haven't read on the website. And it's a standard thing. If it's cut for you, it's cut for you.
yeah.
It is standard across the industry. Jane, that is not all the fabric that we have on today, though, is it? Because
No.
what did you back these glorious
I backed
necessities
these lovely
with?
quilts with our brushed cotton, and I backed the small one with the clouds, and I backed it with the pale blue. So we've got it in grey and pale blue. They both go beautifully with the panel.
Can we spin around so they're the right way up?
Yes.
Thanks ever so.
They go beautifully with the panel. Oops.
Jane, they are just beautiful.
With the pale blue clouds. All the
But
grey
also
clouds.
the grey because it goes with the mountains.
Yeah. Now this is brushed cotton. It's not fleece, so it works like a fabric. It's nice. It quilts nicely.
So it works like a cotton fabric.
Yeah, it's a cotton. It's the same weight as a cotton. It's not thick. Because sometimes when you use fleece, or minky as they call it in America, it's got a bit of stretch to it, and sometimes it can be quite difficult to quilt on when you use it as a backing. But this works beautifully. It's cotton fabric, but it's just got that lovely soft touch to it. So I used the clouds on the back. You would need 1.5 meters for the backing of the same size that I've done. Obviously, if you want to make it bigger, then you're going to need more. But it's just wide enough to do, the pattern I did is just wide enough to use the width of the fabric and then 1.5 meters of the length. And then for the large quilt, I used the stars. And
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I've got 3 colourways of the stars, all of which blend beautifully with this panel.
How lovely is that minty colour with it?
It's gorgeous.
Yes.
And then you've got the navy.
In the navy.
And again, they're cotton fabrics. So they're this 44 wide, standard width fabric. If you were going to do the big quilt, you'll need 3 meters. 3 meters of this, which you'd cut in half, and then you'd sew it together, salvage edge to edge. You'd cut the salvage off first, obviously.
Yeah.
So it would make it stretchy. But that's how I did the back on the larger quilt. But any of these fabrics would work. That pale blue is really lovely. So these, they're just so snuggly, aren't they, Gemma?
So snuggly.
Gemma snuggled up
Super
under
snuggly.
under her Gemma-sized one.
We did struggle to get you out from there, didn't we? If we're being honest.
She was feeling very tired, and it was just right, wasn't it?
It was.
So there we go. Those are the lovely brushed cottons that we've got that work beautifully on the back of these little quilts.
Like a hug in a quilt.
A hug in a quilt.
Absolutely. So I'm going to show you first how I did this little border here. It's very straightforward, very simple. It's done with strips. I took a 3-inch strip and a 2-inch strip. 2 inch of the navy. And can we go overhead, please?
Yeah, I'm just struggling, Jane, because every time you say navy, I want to sing. It's like when you say gold. Yeah, and so in my head I was just singing. Sorry for the tardiness, but I was singing to myself. In the navy.
So I used the complementary bundle, and I did 3-inch strip of the colours. So the buttercup, the peach, the spearmint and the aqua, 3 inches wide. And then from the navy I did 2-inch strips. Joined together with a 1/4 inch seam gives you a 4.5 inch wide strip. I then cut those up into 2.5 inch segments. So you end up, and you'll need from each width, I think it's 10, you need, think about this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you need to have 11 sets of 4, so 11 from each strip set of 2.5 inch pieces. So once you've got those pieces, you're then going to sew those together in pairs, and you've got them, they'll be like that, and you just flip one around. So you get that effect.
And that gives you that stepped effect,
A
doesn't
stepped
it?
effect, yeah. I just need to cut a spearmint one. I haven't cut it. Where's your rotary cutter? I didn't bring my rotary cutter in. Where's yours?
Oh,
I've got it. I got it.
I tidied, Jane,
You tidied up.
which means I can't find anything.
Yeah, this is the trouble, isn't it? We all do it. Tidy
I love
up.
this. Geraldine is sitting, waiting to go into a job interview.
Oh gosh.
She's got, I don't know why.
Is she watching us at the same time?
She's got us on silent, so we don't actually need to whisper.
That's amazing.
But good luck, Geraldine. Do you know what? We go all over the place.
Yeah.
We've been on buses with people and everything.
So I'm cutting that 2.5. I always, when I've joined strips together, I always line up one of the lines on the ruler with the seam line rather than the edge, because your edge can be a little bit wobbly sometimes, but you know that your seam's straight. So I always line up that with the cut edge that side, so 2.5, like that. And as I say, you need to cut 11 from each colourway, so that you've got 11 of each colour that's in a 2.5 inch strip like that. So as I say, you're going to just take them and just twist one round. You can decide which colourway you want to have them, you know, the colour order. You don't have to have them the same as me. You might decide you want different. We sew those into pairs with your standard 1/4 inch, and it's lovely because there's no seam matching.
Perfect. This is a good beginner make, actually.
It is actually, and it's done in strips, so it's straightforward.
We're in Turkey as well. Just so
are
you
you?
know. Yeah. Faye's sunbathing, watching us in Turkey.
How lovely!
We're not remotely envious of that at all. Looks like it's about to rain here, Faye, so you're not missing anything.
No, enjoy the sunshine.
Geraldine says that she's laughing that we're whispering. She says, I'm early so I can watch for a bit.
Oh, good luck with
Well, if she gets the job, she'll be able to work from home, so then she'll be able to
that'll be even
time.
better.
Because work does get in the way of you watching, Geraldine. I mean, this has not escaped our notice. Damn work.
Yeah, it gets in the way of everybody's working, doesn't
Yeah, I
it?
know.
So I was just able to chain piece those really when I came to sew them together. Then just press them to one side. So that they're in pairs, and then you sew the pairs together to make a set of 4. Now I did this because I quite often find if you sew things one on top of the next one onto the next one onto the next one, it can curve,
Right,
and you
so
end
how
up
did
with
you
a
combat that?
wavy. So this is why I sew them into pairs and then the pairs into 4s.
Okay.
Make sets of 4. You need 5 sets of 4 for each side, which gives you 20, which is 20, and then you just need to add one more segment on the row.
Okay.
So again, you can decide, because you'll have cut 11 sets, you can decide which colour you want to add on.
Yeah.
I kept it in order, so I did the yellow one.
Nice.
Again, you'll press that so that you've got the set of 4, and then you just join the sets of 4. And again, I joined the sets of 4 into pairs and then added the last one on.
There is a pattern online that does quite technical stars.
Yeah.
And that is an option, but because we're going to show you a star, we didn't want to show you a star. We wanted to show you a really super duper easy
And you
one.
can see what I've done here. I've just put them the wrong way. Check that you're making sure that you've got them all in the same orientation when you're doing it.
Hey Jane, Kerry Shepherd's going to be a nana.
Oh,
So
lovely.
she's going to make this.
Oh, how super.
Yay! A nana in December.
How lovely.
Yeah.
Christmas baby.
Oh, congratulations.
Can you see what I've done here?
Sorry, yes.
I just did what I wasn't thinking about, the one that I'd made earlier. Just make sure that you've got them all in the same orientation, because now if I put that on there, it's not going to make the pattern.
Do you know what though, Jane? You could do that on the other side. That could be your
you can
top
make
one
that
on the other
opposite,
side.
and that would be fine. So you're going to make those into strips of 5, sets of 4, and then add one segment onto the top or the bottom, whichever you want to do. And then the panel, you can see how the panel comes. It's got quite a good border around the edge of it. I just trimmed it. The Creative Grid's got this wonderful 1/4 of an inch mark on it that's clouded out. So I just lined my ruler up 1/4 inch mark with the edge of the print and trimmed it 1/4 of an inch all the way round. And then joined the border onto the side, like so. And then I cut another strip of the, what are we calling it, Gemma?
Which one, sorry?
The one with the planets and the stars on.
Solar system.
The solar system. I couldn't think then. Couldn't think what I wanted to say or the fabric was called. And then another 4.5 inch wide strip on the side of that, of the fabric. And as I say, that's directional. No, it's the astronauts. It was the animal astronauts on the side. It's directional, so I cut it along the width of the fabric, so parallel with the selvage rather from selvage to selvage, because I wanted it to fall in the right way. So that was a very easy, quick quilt to make. Once I've got those borders on, I laid it up with the wadding and the beautiful brush cotton.
Yay!
And quilted around the shapes. And you've got lots of shapes to pick out on that, so you can have really good fun.
Bridget says that she's going to be a grandma again in December too, and she's going to make the small quilt.
Aww.
Do you know what? When I had my children, if someone had made me a quilt like that, I would have been absolutely delighted.
It's just perfect. It's a beautiful tummy time quilt for lying on the ground, because there's lots of things for the children to get.
And the contrast as
well.
Yeah, because
they say, don't they, that dark and light is good for children. Which
is where the star one, the bigger one, is also fabulous, because you've got those really bright stars in that contrast.
And you can have that as an I Spy quilt as well, pointing out the colours, pointing out the animals, the shapes, all sorts of things on there. So it's a really good quilt to have. And it's the right size as a nap quilt, you know, for the afternoon nap later on.
For Gemma?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Gemma loves an afternoon nap.
Oh, hang on. Julia's going to be she's going to be a nana in January.
Oh, how lovely, all these nanos coming. Right, so the block that goes with the large quilt.
Come on then, let's have a look at this. Morning, Lo.
Again, it's a very straightforward construction of this quilt. It's made in strips, and then you add the borders in strips. It's a lovely pattern. Easy to follow. You've got all your cutting instructions there. It tells you the fabrics. I just labelled my fabric so I knew which one was for which, and I did it again on here. So where it says fabric here, I put it was the pattern fabric there, and I knew that fabric D was the lemon, just so it helped me when I was working out which piece went where. So it's all straightforward, easy follow instructions, putting it together, and then there's a plan on the back there to show you how it goes together.
Beautiful.
And written instructions as well, and a little bit about finishing it, quilting, doing the binding. It also gives you all of the different fabrics and their code numbers that go with it in the collection. So you'll get that in with your kit. So easy to follow. So I'm going to just show you how I made these stars.
Yay!
The block, the panel, again, it was, you cut it into a 9-inch square, and I found that it's not quite square, the panel, it's more slightly rectangular. So just don't think, oh, I'll just do 1/4 of an inch all the way round, because that doesn't quite work. It's a 1/4 of an inch on the sides, but I think it's something like 5/8 of an inch at the top and the bottom.
Right, okay.
So to square it off. But if you've got one of the Quilter's Grids square rulers, it won't cause you any problem at all to square that, because it's easy to put it on. You can find the middle, can't you, with the square rulers. There's a little circle like there is on here in the middle of the ruler, so you can place that in the middle of your block and then work out where you need to go from there.
If you come to use Creative Grids, not having used other brands, it might take you a little while to just adjust to just the handiness that they have and the different marks,
all the different things,
and working out that you've got inches one side, 1.5 marks the other side.
Yeah.
It's really, I mean, I can't use any other rulers now.
No, they really do make life easier for you. I'm sure I could if I really wanted to,
but I don't really want to, because why would
you need to? Yeah.
When you've got the best, you don't need to.
You don't need anything else.
Oh,
you can do so much with the one, you know, the 12.5 by 6.5. I think this is the most versatile ruler that you can use from Creative Grids.
Vicky was just asking, she needs a slightly smaller one for Craft Club. Well, if
Yeah.
you're making the caddy, the craft
Fits in
map caddy,
perfect.
that fits in absolutely
Yeah.
perfectly.
I would
into that.
always use this one for workshops. I like having my long one, my 24.5, because that's great for cutting, you know, your width of strip fabrics and stuff like that.
And then the Fat Boy one, they don't call it the Fat Boy. What do they call it, Gemma?
Big Easy.
The Big Easy.
Big Easy.
The Big EZ.
Yes,
Sorry, SJ. You will never live that down, ever.
It's going to be one of those things, isn't it, that, you know, you get them, don't you, in families, things that that were said as a child and it just sticks.
Yeah.
We've got, I can't like that, because Isaac used to say, I can't like that, when he didn't like something. So we could just go, I can't like it. It's just those silly things that you say.
Yeah, it is. And in our family, it's by my own.
Yes.
I'll do it by my own, mummy.
Yeah.
It's what I used to say to my mother, and it's what my daughter says to me. By my own.
Yes.
Great.
And your mum's going, yes.
I know, and this is it, because where we're moving to, it's a mile down the road from my mum and dad.
Yeah.
So all the time that she's felt really smug about the fact that I get the daughter that I deserve.
She's now going to have the granddaughter.
She's now going to have the granddaughter. She's
Have
like,
it all over again.
it feels slightly unfair that I have to do this twice. Enjoy that,
Bless
Mum. You lucky lady.
So it's basically flying geese and squares. You start off with rectangles and squares and make your flying geese units, and it's in the traditional way of a square with your line mark, the diagonal line mark from corner to corner. You place that over the top of the rectangle and you sew on the line. So you can do this, again, you can do this chain pieced, it's really straightforward. And these come together quite quickly. I need to put my glasses on.
Oh, that really helps,
It
doesn't
does
it?
help to see the line.
Oh, morning, Deborah. How you doing, my lovely?
Just make sure that the diagonal line falls from the middle of the rectangle towards the outside corner.
Gemma, how much is the Let the Adventure Begin kit? Let's have a look.
We've got that separately. So the Let the Adventure Begin panel, and then the long quarter bundle, and then the Animal Astronauts fabrics separate. There's
Okay.
no pattern for that one. That one's the one that Jane's.
Just showing you
I
how
just
to
made
do.
up.
So, okay.
You can get a downloadable pattern for that. It comes out larger and you need more fabric.
And it's got stars in it
It's got
rather than
stars.
the checkerboard effect that Jane's done.
But if you just watch the show back, it's pretty.
Yeah. So the
Pretty
long quarter
straightforward.
Bundle, the panel, and Jane, half a metre or a metre of the animals.
1.5 meters, because it's directional, you'll need that
Okay.
length because the panel's 44.
And that's the Animal Astronauts fabric.
Yeah, but then you've got enough to do your binding with, and you would have enough if you wanted to do a border at the top and the bottom.
I'm just trying to find the long quarter bundle for you. God, we do a lot of long quarter bundles, don't
It's in
we?
the collection.
It's all in the collection
On the
today.
Watch Live page.
So I'm just trimming those 1/4 inch away from that marked line. So you've got a load of scrappy triangles left over. And then we're going to press that back up and away from the rectangle to reform the rectangle in a fashion. So just be careful when you're pressing these that you just literally press them and don't push them, because you're now on a biased edge. So it's very easy to distort the shape. So you've got them like that now with one triangle on one side. So then you place the square with the diagonal line, again facing from the middle towards the corner, and again you're going to sew on the line.
On the line.
On the line.
I can't remember what the movie was. Was it I want to say it was Role Models or something like. No, not Role Models. Interns, something like that. And instead of saying online, they would say on the line. So it always makes me think of.
It's funny, isn't it, how lines from films stick into your, like we were saying about whenever we have, what can I say, and we always start singing You're Welcome from Moana.
Yeah.
You and I do things just in cases.
Yeah, just in cases.
What's that one from?
Love Actually.
Because she can't speak English. I think
Oh yes, yes, yes,
she
yes,
learned-
yes, yes,
Learned
yes.
English.
she learnt English and
Just
then
in
just in
cases.
cases.
Cases. Oh yes. Now, I haven't forgiven Alan Rickman, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again.
No, I don't think any of us have.
For buying that necklace and then for dying young, I won't forgive him for
Yes.
that either.
No.
Alan, no, can't do it. Sorry.
And again, we're going to trim this 1/4 inch away from that sewn line. And we'll press them back. And that will give us the flying geese that we need for the inside star.
Oh yes, I can. Philippa, she says, can you say hello to Joanne, Helen and Joe? Yes, hello. How are you? They're all the ones in the caravan.
Oh,
Lovely.
Yeah. She says, I'm still at the caravan with friends, but I'm just telling them about the William Morris quilt I bought. So I'm going to have to do that, and I have the 2 days. Yeah. You'll be fine.
Gin for breakfast situation.
I think it would be rude not to.
why not?
Yeah. Yeah. Or at least, Bellinis or something. Get one of your 5 a day.
Yeah,
in.
get some fruit juice in there.
Yeah.
Kir Royale.
I mean, all of the above. You could get your 5 a day in quite easily then, couldn't you? What's the other one with
Bucks Fizz with
Bucks
orange
Fizz?
juice.
I was going to go Fuzzy Duck. What's that one?
Oh, I
It's
don't
a
know
Fuzzy Duck.
don't know what a fuzzy duck
Is
is.
that orange and peach snaps or something?
Something
Gemma's,
like
Gemma's
Gemma's
tippity.
Googling it now.
We've got Lo with us.
Hello.
Oh, she said that should be 2 bags, not 2 days.
So we're going to make larger flying geese units then for the outside star.
Okay.
And they're done in exactly the same way. It's a rectangle and squares. Mark the diagonal line. Place it so that it's going from the middle to the outside corner. And again, you can chain piece these.
Gemma's making a face. I take it this isn't a drink that you would like to partake of.
Malibu, Baileys and brandy.
Ooh.
Is not the sort of fuzzy duck I was thinking of.
There's a fluffy duck.
Oh, is a fluffy duck nicer? Everything's going to be fuzzy if you drink that.
Yeah, that's probably why it's called that, isn't it?
Yeah.
There's Advocar in the fluffy duck.
Is that not basically just cream?
It's like custard. Isn't
It's like
Custody cream.
it's an egg, isn't
With
it?
an
It's
eggy
egg.
stuff in it,
Gin
yeah.
Well, it makes snowballs, doesn't it?
The fluffy duck is gin, Advocar, triple sec, so Cointreau, orange juice, and soda water.
Oh, at least you're staying hydrated. That's good. Crikey.
We were drinking mini Guinnesses at the wedding.
What's the mini Guinness?
That's Tia Maria, shot
Yeah.
of Tia Maria,
Yeah.
and then you use a spoon and put Baileys on the top so that it floats on the top and it looks like a little Guinness. So you get a little shot glass with Guinness in.
That doesn't suck, does it? That
No, it
sounds
was
quite
rather
good.
nice.
Oh, I wonder how that would work with me macros.
Quite high, I should imagine. Tia Maria is quite sweet, isn't it? And Bailey's is cream based. So
Oh dear. Oh, well, Margaret's added into the mix of Pims.
oh yes,
Well, that's got
fruit
lots of
a
fruit in
Pimm's,
it.
Yeah,
Cucumber and everything.
I
cucumber,
know.
strawberries.
I
And
mean,
mint
that's a
in there.
fruit salad, basically,
Yeah.
isn't it? That's
Do
what.
love the Pimm's.
That's all that is. Yeah. Syl said that she once had cornflakes with cider the morning after a party because they had no milk.
Oh,
I'm going to salute you for that, but next time make it a Bailey's. Surely Bailey's and cornflakes has got to be better. Margaret says Fuzzy Duck is a drinking game.
Oh,
Ask me if I remember playing it. I'm going to assume not, Margaret.
I can imagine that you don't remember playing.
No,
it, do you?
and you have quite an epic memory for things. So a cocktail from down under. What's in that, Lisa? Oh, Gemma's Googling. You see, I'd like this to be an education for you, you know.
I love the way that our conversations move on from, you know, baby quilts to cocktail hour.
Digress.
I think any parent needs cocktail
Yeah,
hour,
definitely.
I'm not going to lie.
So we've done the same again with the flying geese. We've trimmed those corners off and we're going to press the triangle back to reform the rectangle. So it's just a larger version of the small flying geese that we created earlier.
I didn't drink until I had kids. Actual fact. I barely drank at all. Yeah. Sylv just says, "What a wonder." I mean, we don't know what it is, Sylv.
No, she's going to have to tell us because the internet doesn't know either.
Oh, come on, Lisa. You can't leave us hanging. Margaret says that she remembers the first half hour. I'm going to assume that's a game you're not very good at there, Margaret. Which makes me giggle.
So we've just placed the square again on the other side, and again making sure that the diagonal line runs from the middle to that far corner, and we're going to sew that down that on the line.
On the line!
On the line.
Geraldine says that she hasn't had a snowball in years.
That used to be my nana's Christmas drink. We would have
What is it?
It's avocado and lemonade, basically.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is the fuzzy duck game the one where you have to say fuzzy duck and you go around in a circle and occasionally someone will say does he, and then you have to be really careful not to say it wrong because it can come out very rude indeed?
Oh.
I think it is. You all have to say fuzzy duck, and if you've had too much to drink it can come out very wrong. Spoonerism.
Yes.
I don't think I would need a drink before that to come out wrong.
Yeah.
If I'm honest.
Because ducky fuzz is the other one you can say.
Oh,
Ducky
well.
fuzz.
Yeah.
And then yeah, people do get very, very muddled.
Very confused.
Yes, I think that's what she's referring to.
Philippa says they're appreciating our dietary help while they're away. It's an extra service. We don't charge for it, Philippa. We just like to help.
You know, we're all for, you know.
We're still waiting to know what... Oh, here we go. It's a Lisa Chandler Designs exclusive.
Oh, that
says
makes
Lisa.
sense.
Well, okay. With 4 pillars Shiraz gin. I can't say that other word because otherwise Lisa will be taking the fair. We'll make you all one next year. Okay, that means that you've got to bring the gin with you. Oh, Debbie Stevens' mum used to add a dash of lime to a snowball.
Oh.
Yeah, Syl says too many cocktails with names that will get you into Facebook jail.
Yes.
Yeah. My favourite, it was still one of the lockdown games that Joe Carter played, which was IKEA furniture or...
Oh, yes, cocktail.
Or cocktail. Oh, no, it wasn't. No, it was porn star name.
Yes.
Or cocktail.
Yes.
Brilliant.
IKEA furniture or cheese.
Or cheat, or... Yeah.
Yes.
That works.
Yeah, something like that, wasn't it? Yeah, perfect.
Favourite one's the Christmas game where you put a Christmas hat on the corner of the telly. You've done that one?
No.
You put a Christmas Santa hat on the corner of your television, and any time when the screen changes, when someone happens to be sort of wearing the hat, everyone has to drink a shot.
Oh, that's genius.
Amazing.
That's absolute genius.
So now you've got 4 of the flying geese small ones.
At Christmas. Yep.
And you're going to sew those on. You're basically making a 9 patch. So you've got your little squares and it forms a star.
Elizabeth says Jane is trying her best not to laugh. Jane's the only professional in the room right now. I'm not going to lie.
So we add these, we make these in rows of 3, and then we join the 3 rows together to make, it's basically a sawtooth star inside a sawtooth star, which I thought was rather lovely. Oh.
Very nice.
And what you have to do is you have to make sure that you change your needle back to the 1/4 of an inch because you've been sewing on the line.
Philippa's going to try your game. Oh, Lisa says, sorry, but that's really its name. I know it's really its name, but I still can't say it because it'll still get me in Facebook jail. And Margaret Smith says that her husband puts lime in a snowball, but nowadays he just uses 7-Up. Quite like that hack.
Yeah.
Why not?
Lemon and lime, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. No.
Carry on that there YouTube.
Now there, YouTube.
She says, I used to love a white Russian, Bailey's, vodka, Kahlua and cream.
Gosh, that's a very cream-based.
Yeah. Yeah, I had one of those the other night. It does the trick. Not gonna lie, I only needed one.
That's the thing. They're not cheaper cocktail, but they do the job. I like a Mai Tai.
Oh, whatty? What's a Mai Tai?
It's a rum-based cocktail with orange and lime and sugar syrup and...
What I'm realising is that, you know, I've been at home with children for many years. I haven't been out much drinking cocktails. This is wrong. Gemma, what is it? Oh, that looks a bit good. Oh, they put a literal, actual cherry on top. Well, oh. Treat yourself to a Mai Tai cocktail. Golden rum, orange
That one you can't pronounce.
Caraco.
And various
Orgeat
types
syrup.
of syrup.
What's orgeat syrup?
I don't know. Different types
Lime
of
juice,
syrup.
sugar syrup, dark rum, crushed ice, ice cubes. I love how they've got both. Surely you could just say, where's your pineapple, a lime wheel, or
And
a
the
cocktail cherry?
Grab all three.
So if we can just show that, that's the 3 rows. And then we'll join the 3 rows together. So we're making a sawtooth star, and I've pressed the seams underneath the square on that side and then in towards the middle square, so that when we come to join them together, you've got your seams nestling together, which makes life and points join together really nicely.
Beautiful. Lisa is just wondering if we've got any contact with UK Customs Department, because she's going to need to bring in more gin than usual. Oh, Geraldine obviously has the sound off because she's waiting for a job interview.
If she's watching subtitles,
Yeah,
I bet
yeah,
they're really
it's funny
interesting.
because if words come up that are completely wrong, she has to play the game of trying to guess what we've actually said, which might be more fun. I don't know. It might be.
We love predictive text because it's so funny.
It works for Gemma's accent. I can't get it to work. Oh, don't sit there looking smug. She's just smiling, looking really smug in the corner. Really smug. Colette's just dribbling over a snowball. Avo, lime, brandy, lemonade.
So that's your little sawtooth star.
Beautiful.
The middle of your block, and then we add the larger flying geese, and I'm pressing the seam towards the middle square. It seems to like to sit. It seems to sit better that way. God, be careful how you say that. It just seems to lie flatter.
Okay.
Although it's quite bulky. So that's the middle part, and then you add your larger flying geese, and again it's just a 9 patch. So you've got your flying geese either side of your little square that you've just made, little star.
Oh, look at that.
And then you add the corners in.
Oh, that's lovely.
And again,
isn't
we
it?
can do this. We'll quickly get this together. You make 4 this way and 3 the other way, and then they go into the rows with the blocks. Using our foot here. There we go.
That works an absolute treat, doesn't it? Look at that. Margaret, I do love you very much, bless you. She's written phonetically for me. It's almost like you know me, unless I'm a bit rubbish at pronouncing things. Curaçao, I think. Blue Curaçao and vodka
Yeah.
with lemonade. It's a Blue Lagoon, apparently. Never tried that either. So here we are, talking cocktails. Poor old Jane. She's still sewing away.
I'm sewing away.
Yeah.
Just making a pretty little patch.
They are fabulous blocks though, aren't they? Really gorgeous.
They're just a really simple block that looks really effective, I think, and the fact that it, you know, a star within a star. It's a clever design. The lady that's designed it's done a
it's
good
very
job.
impactful, isn't it?
Yeah.
You could do a comic book quilt with those because they almost look like the pow.
Yes, kapow.
Yeah, things that you have in those there comics. Yeah, Karen was a fan of a Blue Lagoon in her youth. Why not now? Why not now? Oh, the concentration.
Let's get these rows together and then we can show them the way the block looks. So again, you've got your 3 rows done in exactly the same way with your star in the middle, and then you'll join those rows together. Now, it's a bit difficult to get the seam to fall underneath the middle one because you've got your points and everything there. So what you can do if you want it to lie flat is you can press it towards the flying geese unit and also these, and then just run your pin along the seam edge. They should match up. But if you run a pin, just grab the pins, because your seams are facing the same way. So if you just run your pin along there, just to make sure that they're lined up nicely, that will hold them together while you sew them. And they don't nestle together, but it does seem to lie better that way.
You know how we were saying that we should have a retreat?
Yes.
I'm now wondering if we shouldn't have a retreat with like cocktail making or something. As like I said, it would end up being a bit more like a hen do, probably, by the sounds.
Yeah.
SJ!
Yes, we'd have to go cocktail making with SJ.
We could do that. Oh, your daughter says hello. Yeah.
She's just come out of her exam.
Oh, have you, Meg? How did it go? We need to know. Oh, and that there, John Cole Morgan. Are you feeling any better?
I'm going to say we shouldn't do the cocktail day on the same day as the...
As the hair. Oh, as the Segway driving. Oh, come on now.
That would be really funny.
Team Segway plus
Yeah.
cocktail equals disaster.
Yes.
Yeah. Meg says she's just come out of her exam and came straight on here. Got her priorities in order. Well, that's debatable. Went better than my last one because there were no screaming children nearby. What do they do? It near a nursery or something?
They've got it in the PE block, and there was a whole PE lesson going on next door with the last one.
Wow.
I know.
That
The
was well
PE
organised, wasn't it?
PE teacher said, "Oh, I didn't realise there was still exams."
I would question whether or not it was her job to know. Oh, Jojo's GX is out for delivery. Yay. Oh, Lisa says, can we throw in a masseuse? And she's there. Cocktail making, Segway driving, masseuse.
Masseuse. Sounds like the best weekend ever.
Ever. Yeah. But we need John to be better, don't we? Although, does John actually make cocktails or does he just drink them? I'm not sure if Andrew is solely in charge of the cocktail
Andrew
making.
the cocktail maker.
Does he point?
Enforces the drinking. I dared to ask for a soft drink at his house, didn't I?
Oh, yes, I remember that. And you were very swiftly given a chili chocolate shot of something, tequila. Oof. Yeah, I mean, how lovely.
That's not, you're asking for a soft drink, is it? It's like very different.
Meg is your daughter, isn't she? There were still her exam signs up and she still didn't know.
So, as I said, you're going to make 4 that colourway.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Jane.
and 3 that colourway.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So it comes together quite quickly, and then once you've got those, the 3 go down the middle column with 2 blocks from the panel either side, and then the 2 side ones have 2 stars and 3 of the blocks. They're then bordered with the thin. You make this border, so you've got your strip of solar system fabric with 2 strips of the lemon. You make 2 of those either side and sandwich those together with alternate rows, and then you border all of that with the lemon, and then you border it all with the solar system fabric. Layer it up and bind it. So it's not a difficult quilt to make. It's quite quickly, comes together quite quickly.
Now, Elizabeth said her brother had nightclubs and her nephew runs Lineker's bars.
Wow.
I feel we've got a venue. Hang on, had. Does he not anymore? Is he only doing his bench things now? Oh, morning, Patricia. I need to know. We need to know these things.
Which Lineker's bar? There's one in Tenerife.
There's several, isn't there?
There's
There's one in
Magaluf.
Spain.
Yeah.
They're all over the place.
They are, well, yeah. I don't know which ones.
Which one?
Which
Isn't there
one?
in Birmingham as
Where are we
well?
going? We just need to know.
I mean, I'm hoping for Tenerife personally.
Yeah.
That'd be Birmingham. No
Yeah.
offence, Birmingham.
But, you know.
Tenerife.
Yeah.
Good cocktail
yeah.
making in Birmingham. They've got is it the mailbox where they do cocktail making in Birmingham?
We will sniff it out, Jane.
Nice.
Yeah. Does that go down, just interested to know, as like a works bonding?
It's got to be some, I
Yeah.
can't see why not.
Just, you know, just to find out. Don't know, like, what do they call it? Like a corporate
Yeah, corporate event.
event, corporate bonding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll find out. Elizabeth just says, we have cocktail makers. What, personal ones? Or just the shakers?
Yeah.
I'd like to think that you have, like, personal cocktail makers. Like John probably does.
Yes.
Yeah, I think he's called Andrew.
Yeah.
Vicky says she's not going to Birmingham if Tenerife is an option. Oh.
Fame.
There'll be cocktail makers in Tenerife, I'm sure.
Yeah. Diane says, video is better to watch on YouTube, but the chat here is amazing. Oh, Sophie's choice.
Yeah.
What you going to do?
What are you going to do?
What you going to do?
Watch on YouTube on the big telly and have my phone in my hand for the chat when I was at home.
Oh,
Yeah.
there we go.
Living the dream.
That's it.
That's it. Team building. That's the
Wonderful.
one.
Yeah, team building
Yeah.
exercise.
There we go.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Job done. Santorini retreat throws in that there, John Cole Morgan. I mean,
Very swish.
Nice.
wouldn't be wrong. Jane, that is rather beautiful. I don't want to think that our chat has detracted from the beauteousness of your stars.
I don't think so, because it's a straightforward, simple block. Flying geese and squares.
Job done.
Sorted. That's the most complex part of the quilt construction is those blocks, and
And the
they're
rest
not
is sashing.
complicated. And the rest is sashing. It's
Beautiful.
all, you've got a lovely, in the pattern you've got a lovely sort of diagram that shows the whole layout of how that all goes together, and it comes together quite quickly.
Beautiful.
It's definitely a weekend project. You know, you could do that over a weekend. It's a nice easy one to do.
Well, this is perfect.
And
Absolutely perfect.
if you gave that to a grandchild or a baby shower, they'd be delighted with that quilt, I'm sure.
Yes.
It's lovely.
So my next question is, what are you doing next week, Jane?
We've got some gorgeous Moda fabrics.
Which ones?
What's it called?
Threads that bind.
Threads that bind.
Oh, is it that one next week?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
It's a quilty old week next week. It's
It
gonna be
is a
great.
quilty old week.
Lovely.
Are we banning John Cole Morgan from coming up? I think, yeah. So John, stay home, get better, come up another week.
Yes,
I think
that's the sensible thing to do.
Yeah.
You can keep your lurgy to yourself, no offence.
Is the other way of putting it.
We do love you, Don.
We do very, very much. Just not your germs. And we will do the show that we should have done on Monday. had the quilt arrive, but now we have got it out of the darkest depths of customs. We will be bringing you on Monday Lisa Chandler's brand new Baltimore.
It's beautiful.
Now, if you haven't put your Oriental Baltimore together, you can add these blocks in and just make a bigger one. Or you can have it as a whole separate project.
This is the Japanese one, isn't
This is the Japanese Baltimore, and it's right gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
In fact, shall I run and get it? Will it make my microphone go fuzzy?
It will make your microphone go fuzzy. Whereabouts is it?
Yeah. It's on the sample shelf, but there's a lot on the sample shelves.
Will it be like out of reach of children?
No, I don't.
Me?
I don't think I put it out of your reach. Syl says, "OMG, I love Santorini." Where's that place?
It's Italy, isn't it? Santorini.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't that.
Oh, right.
Yeah, Cape something or another. That sounds lovely. Where's that?
I don't know.
My geography's really rubbish.
No, I'm not very good at it.
My 3-year-old Jane was looking at a globe at the weekend and went, "Oh look, there's the Atlantic Ocean." She's 3. It was a globe. I'm not
She is 3 wrapped in a 40-year-old's body. We all know this. Or a 40-year-old wrapped in a 3-year-old's body.
And just went, "I'm sorry, what? Oh, Gemma, do I need to hold this up how I held it up for the postman?" So when this finally arrived, I might have held it in front of me and given it a good jiggle. What jiggles in the middle? Yeah, you can imagine where that was placed, can't you?
Well, you know how tall Natasha is.
Yeah.
Gemma and I, it comes around our ankles, but you know.
And there I was.
Lovely, slightly below the belt, wasn't it?
Yes, it was slightly below the belt.
Below the belt, and you were wiggling your hips.
And it did
like that.
And it was bouncing, la la so.
Yeah. I didn't realise because I'd only just taken it out of the box and went, this is what I was terrified wouldn't arrive. How gorgeous is that? How
Stunning.
blinking gorgeous is that? Ah.
Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, I did make a bit of a prat of myself in front of the postman, and I turned around and went, "Look, Gemma!" And that was when she let me know. Oh good, John's going to WhatsApp me pics of Santorini. The new Baltimore, he says, is beyond divine. Absolutely. Oh, Ali says, "Sorry, I've missed you. Only just up for the second time. I'm here now though." I did that thing, Ali, of falling asleep 10 minutes before my alarm went off, which was quite annoying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very unsatisfying as well.
But it's okay, that's why God
you go into a
invented.
really nice, deep sleep, comfortable
I did,
sleep.
I really did. But that is why God invented caffeine. It would have looked like a sporran. That's the best. That's the best one that we could.
Wednesday.
Huh?
Big Back Wednesday. God invented
caffeine and Big Back Wednesday.
Oh,
yeah.
You've got roast beef, haven't you, today?
Oh yeah, we've
Jane
got
told
roast beef.
you that it's roast
Beautiful.
beef.
Beautiful.
Today.
I did shake my flap at the postman, Sylv. Yeah, I actually did that.
I don't know, so you were thrusting.
I was thrusting my flap at the postman.
Oh dear.
At least it's decorative. We've got standards, you know. Yeah, that's the 10-year-old postman
It did look just like a sparrow.
that Gemma quite likes. Yes.
Oh, he's so little though.
Well, there you
He
go.
was tall.
If he was tall. Gemma, you're a married woman. Right, we need to go on
We
that
need
note.
to go on this
Window
note, yeah,
shopping. What is it? You can have a favourite book, but it doesn't stop you reading others. That sounds wrong.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. All right, everybody, on that slightly dodgy note, John just says you and your flaps. Can't help it. We'll see you on Monday for some Baltimore fun.
Lovely.
Yeah. Oh, check out Half Meat Heavens. They go live tonight, and then read your newsletter on Friday because that's where all the deals are that we're not meant to tell you about.
Yes.
SJ doesn't let us tell you about them any other way.
Lovely.
Yeah.
There's some nice ones, isn't there, this week? Well, there's always nice
John.
ones, but extra nice.
He says, no wonder the postman doesn't go through the side door. Anyway, right, we're going. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.